And we are back for the first game of Erangel of the day. And Ben, how is the leaderboard looking after?
I was right. I was right. Yeah, so the Cadets are currently, after game 3, in first place. They definitely milked their poor spot in the zone for as many points as they could, and were able to maintain their first place that they got and earned from game number 2. Alex Penn's Twitter feed as well in second place. So that's 37 for first and 34 points for second place. Kind of like a similar story for them. They got the first place W, so of course they're somewhere along the top 3. However, well, in the previous games, it was the EMEA/CIS Wingman Series. The scores were like really balanced from every single game. That is not the case here. It's 37 points for first, 34 points for second, and in third place, Umbam I Umrim. I'm saying that wrong, and I apologize. It's 20 points. Fourth place also with 20 points, and it gets pretty balanced there all the way down until 8th or so. But super top-heavy leaderboard.
That is, you're right. Almost the exact opposite of how the EMEA CIS region is. Right. We saw how many players, how many teams within 6 points. What was it, 6 or 7 teams?
It was like 6 teams within like 2 points, I think it was, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was phenomenal. Although
and we ain't getting that this time.
We still have a bunch of games to play though, so we might get that. Who knows?
Maybe we're going to Erangel. We're going to Erangel, and like the 2 teams that are in the top 2, like I know about them. They've been playing for a long time. And if there's one thing that you can usually attribute to a guy who's played PUBG since day 1, it's that they're going to be damn good at Erangel.
Speaking of damn good, we have Alex Penn over here. They have dropped quite close to Not Lush and Hayes.
There's some pretty good teams right there as well.
They secure their vehicle, which is why they probably dropped so close in the first place.
Yeah, Hades actually off on the, I think they're called the Dirty Yellows, to the east of Lush. Very peculiar drop. I don't make the names. I just say them, man. The only name that I'm trying to popularize on this map is Reddit Hill. Which
my reaction was to the ring as it pops. It is.
Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh.
It is extremely far north.
It's extremely titillating. I like this zone. I guess I'm in a sadistic mood right now. These guys are not going to like this zone. The players, that is. There's 3 teams that are reasonably in the zone. Nubby Wubby and his teammate riding together, and then Waika is already trying to get some good ground, though, if you check on the map.
They're just shooting up north by lickety split after getting their vehicles.
And like specifically with Waika's, like that compound he just pulled up on, if he has loot, that's game winning. That's a good compound.
Yeah, and we see it looks like we have D-Rich and Batty Low have decided to take off as well, and they are themselves heading northwest. Once again, probably a smart play.
Some condolences for Natalia and Nikizera on the military island.
Yeah,
they're gonna have a hard game today on Erangel.
Yeah, they have to like rotate down. I do like what D-Rich and Batty Low have decided to do. They've already crossed the river, and they're going to then be able to get some loot essentially hassle-free. Although you don't want to wander too close to the Thug and his teammate there.
They're trying to control space here is what they're doing. They got 2 of the compounds that are kind of responsible for controlling the area around these entry points here. I doubt they'll get any knocks from this. But if they start shooting early enough at players coming in from the south, then it might sort of dissuade them from coming this way. Because you don't want to just like run into shots if you know they're going to be there. Really, usually you don't. So, like, it's a play that someone would go for, I would say.
By all means.
So they shoot early enough, then they might be able to control these guys or prevent these guys from getting across. And the worse other teams do, the better that you will do.
That's generally a good rule of thumb, right?
Yeah, you might not get the kills, but hey, as long as you're ruining someone else's day, that's all that matters. It's like, it's like Mardones when he blew up the bike last game. As long as you ruin someone else's day, you're not gonna get the kill points, but hey, you got the placement points in the long run.
Right. It looks like now. Nubby Wubby is taking some shots at Waiku's as he then rotates even wider and around north, heading west. Only just a shot or two, but I guess it was enough to say, "Hey, we're here. Someone's here, occupied." You know?
And this should definitely be like a wake up call for Paraka and Nubby Wubby. They came here first. Like they're so early. You're on the North Island already. Being here early means nothing if you're here early in Severny. One of these cities is like you don't want to be in cities. You're gonna be controlling compounds. You're gonna be controlling hilltops. You're gonna be controlling strong points. Severny is a place that anyone at any point in this game will be able to crash. And I'm looking at the map right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different teams are now going to be beating them to their compound of choice because these guys are potentially looting Severny a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Oops. I sound like angry. I was smashing my keyboard over here.
You see Alex and it looks like Maddie are trying to rotate in. And Jason and Average Joe's now are passing by Severny as they got cut out. As you can see, Rocket taking shots. Can he get anything on him?
No way. No way it's going to happen there.
Not quite. Not quite. Now the question is, what's going to happen here with Robin God and his teammate? Are they going to
they already found
Jason? Yeah, but his Average Joe's going to rotate in as Jason coming in.
How YOLO is this? Oh, it's very, very scouted. No shots were taken. Did he see something that made him? He saw the UAZ. He saw the UAZ that was pulled up. Even if he doesn't get shot at, even if they're trying to go for this stealthy play, Jason's not going to fall for it. He's going to be going back over to the east. Although, all these teams are here early, and that's great and all, but he's coming across Alex GG. Now they're pulled up at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like Maddie might take some damage. Farm stream. As they noticed him, but he gets away. Although he's starting to head towards Dark Dreams and Tazinator. So, as Dark Dreams has spotted him, taking some shots, unable to land anything substantial. However, he is going to take his car from him.
Yeah, it's going to blow up in a matter of seconds, I feel. Both vehicles are in quite a bit of danger. As is cover, too. Wait, hold on. Maddie might actually die here. Oh my god, that was close.
As we see D-Rich taking out a member from Gin and Tonic kill feed. Oh, and it looks like Batty then as well. Did they finish up Gin? No. That's just one member. Mardones is still alive. Oh, have we learned nothing from last game? If you leave Mardones alive. Oh, and the bomb squad gets just decimated between Tazinator.
Hell of a late rotate, Trey. Hell of a late rotate. Trapped between different teams. They both got M4s. It's essentially a squad gunning you down there as they all work together to get those kills.
Now it looks like, Alex G and Maddie have found Average Joe's.
Well, they're crashing the same compound. They were holding this together for a long time. Alex beating him to the second floor just barely. Although, Alex going for a play, barrel in hand at the front door, denies the res below the bottom. But no, Jason, no cheeky plays here. This is time to crawl away and drop his loot like a BM play. It's just gonna be him getting the res like nothing ever happened.
And Maddie all by himself over the shooting range with another team. He needs to be careful.
I don't know where his teammate is. Is he dead?
He's at the Maddie.
He's just in here alone. He's just in here alone.
Yeah. And now we have more teams trying to rotate in past Farm Stream and Tazinator and Dark Dreams.
No.
Orion GG is going to then take him out, but Farm is going to get the points there.
Like, this might look really ridiculous to see these teams continually driving by this open field with this compounds that are obviously occupied. But while Orion's and like just Taz and Dark Dreams, while their spot is very, very popular and always taken, Farm Stream spot is very rare to see this spot taken so early on. It can be really hard to leave here properly because you can't really protect your vehicles that well, and it's obviously awkward. It's one building in a bowl. But the reason these people are dying the way they are is because people are they're taking a risk by assuming this compound is empty. It's not. And then they die for it. It's happened a few times now.
If we look at the western part of Georgia, we have what looks like they have MFDX going to get shots.
That's a buggy right there. Astronaut is in a lot of trouble. He's got to shoot for his life.
Oh,
but
no.
I think he's made enough distance here.
Oh, it's the broken down vehicles that save him.
Yeah, that bridge has a ton of cover on it, actually. It's not like those melee bridges. This bridge, it's actually even reasonable to hold, honestly. Oh, he dropped his boots. I know you can't see this, but as he was driving by, one of those two players in that buggy dropped their boots.
Fantastic. By the way, if we notice outside the blue, we still have Alex Penn Twitter feed out there.
Hey.
Oh, looks like Average Joe. And finishes off. UFD.
One more squad wipes. That compound very, very strong, and it's one of those spots that you can definitely control the flow of movement around, because there's no spot that's really truly safe from it. You'll get a long avenue of a lot of shots here. We're seeing it again. Glory Jean almost getting taken down. As UAZ taking some hits as well.
They're gonna be able to finish him off.
Nah, he'll be. Okay, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
fine.
we started to say he'll be fine, and then man, this crop then started to prove us wrong. Sometimes players, I think they hear us. They're like, "Oh, really? He'll be fine." Okay.
Yeah. East side of the zone right now, looking real scary.
Yeah.
Cadets actually making their own rotate in, but they're gonna get spotted up by Farm Stream, who can't quite get another one of those kills. But I feel like the Cadets, it's insane they've been able to get as far as they have been with these vehicles.
Yeah, especially for how crowded it is in this area.
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna do?
Well, they got through the scary spot, honestly.
The scary spot
that has a lot of duos in it. The shooting range obviously wouldn't be up there, but they're on a relatively reasonable spot on the side of this hill. It's got some decent cover, and it's got even like a safe little plateau for their cars. Like, this is actually okay to sit on for now.
By the way, speaking of good spot, you have Bandy, Low, and D-Rich on the side of the bridge on George Pole.
Yeah.
There are three teams just south of them, yeah. Although Batty Low almost took a unlikely death, or an unnecessary death. But they are going to have...
For all these people in, like, South George in the crates right now, like, you don't even want to be fighting this. Like, this isn't going to be in 5 minutes. Right. So the fact that they're having to commit to this 50-50 team fight with people across the river with Mardones just slinking around in the crates, like, both of these teams are in... We'll call it a suboptimal spot right now.
And what's going to happen here with Lush? Oh, they're going to try to cross this bridge. Batty Low spots him.
Oh boy! Well, Lush is taking. He's going for the roadkill. He misses one. The second one misses as well. But Lush, his burning carcass of a car, is not going to make it over that hill. Hades will. I gotta appreciate the roadkill.
Yeah, but Hades able to get away with so little. The worst part for Hades is that it looks like he is about to run into Darth and then get taken out. Oh. What they couldn't finish. Darth said, "Hey, let me help you guys out." 303
Both
Sports.
Players taking out the same way, but Batty Lol, he had 2 cars trying to run him over. Man, he's lucky to be alive right now. But the big story, because we talked about the crates for a sec there. Now those crates guys, they know that even if they win here, then they're going to have a team actively gatekeeping them across the water. And actually, we're seeing a couple of shots being sent toward Batty Lol as a result.
Absolutely. They know that.
I think I actually like this play.
Dangerous. The moves that Batty Lol had there, I mean, like, it felt like he was a matador.
Definitely some good serpentine maneuvers. And while they're shooting, other teams are in South George. The guys that they were fighting, they're rotating around them.
Yeah.
And they're actually going to have a free entry into the zone if they take the Eastern Bridge.
Jake able to barely get inside past Average Joe's and 3 other teams there.
Nice rotate. Nice rotate. He can get all the way to his shed pretty much in center zone. I think the Cadets are going to spot that and not go for it as a result here. Yeah. A lot of teams kind of scattered out here. There's no really one spot in the zone. Well, actually, as I say that, the south and the east sides are looking pretty scary. But the northwest side certainly is not safe either. Like, there's people all over the place here.
Yeah, we see the team just north of where 303 Esports is, right? We have mixed results. They noticed that the teams that rotated east past 303 now having come past them. Oh, and taking a position just north of them, they let them just get that position. Although Darth is up on the hill.
This split's pretty hard to work with. Like, Darth could have gotten pretty aggro here, but if he moves too far out from this hill, then a lot of the foliage it's covering up from the other angles and other third parties could take him out. So last thing he wants to do is take a 1v2 and then get third partied from it. That being said, Darth isn't going to be able to hold this on his own. So Styles, he's playing outside of his compound now, being like, hey, I can help out. But there isn't a great way for Darth to take this fight.
As we say that, we have quite a few fights coming across on the eastern side. We have Shimboy and Snakers trying to move into the shooting range with Maddie there.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had rotated there anyways for the most part and seen it. And now we have, it looks like, Zoro and getting pushed up on by Oldless and Tumas. And how is this going to play? Are they aware? I mean, they have to be aware that his teammate died, that is no longer around.
I haven't seen what was going on before. There's a couple of cars parked. There's a bike between the buildings. Oldless trying to get an angle on the round to the right, but they're getting hit from a third party now from Shek and T-Sock. And there's also already farms from up the hill who are firing as well. So now this is 4 potential teams that Jase Onfroy know about. They don't want to overcommit anything.
Yeah, and you can see Oldless starting to creep up. At that long throw, so I think he's farther back. I'm not sure if he wants to. Oh, let's. Is he gonna get it? Oh, and he's
play here. He gets
down
one.
to 2 HP with that grenade.
Oh,
and is he
man.
gonna be able to get the rest?
All right, only one player left alive. Third party brought Oldest down a little bit lower, but I think that they should be able to survive this. No first aid kits from Lowboy, barrel in hand, but oh my god, I didn't even have a second to see what was going on. I spectated his screen, then he was dead. It was terrifying stuff right there.
Yeah. And now Zoro's gonna have to move out. He's gonna be able to get. I wonder if he's going to be able to deal with it, or if he's gonna try to just disengage.
He's taking a page out of was it Tuomas?
Speaking of which, and that gin and tonic is wiped. As that, I believe, was that D-Rich or Batty Low that took him out. Or I wonder if he got taken out by the ring. And CPL are our 3rd place, right? Winners from last game. I just defended their shelter and the north part.
Yeah, good plays. I'm not sure what their placement is, but yeah, defending your spot. And this spot is very, very nice indeed here. Don't want anyone to be encroaching on your edge of the zone. If you can control a zone edge in a zone like this, there's trees everywhere. There's a lot of decent ridge lines. If you can keep that controlled, then it doesn't matter your position. You can maybe make a game out of something.
So take a look at the shooting range now. We have Dark Dreams and Taz having moved in. Close to... We still have Snakers here.
Yeah, I think he lost
Just
his
W.
teammate earlier. Yeah, just W up to the north. He's playing inside the shelter, so definitely not looking to take any names. He's just trying to survive here. Maybe creep a little bit further into the zone. And he hears these frags, so he knows that shooting range. There's a couple of people inside of it that are looking for some kind of fight. Actually, that frag from Taz was very curious. I wonder what that was even aimed at.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if he can even know that, like
Snakers is so hidden right now.
Oh, speaking of which, let's take a look at on the west side. I'm sorry, where you have Alex Penn's Twitter feed. As they start to move eastward.
Yeah, they're gonna get hit in the back here soon by Natalia and Neeks. Like these guys came from Millie. They're coming at the edge, and if they can take down Alex Penn's Twitter feed, oh, that sounds.
Yeah, exactly. They can take if they can get Alex Penn's Twitter feed shadow banned,
then they got this game, dude. They win.
The game is in the bag.
Oh man, and this is actually pretty good because they're getting really close. Penn is actually getting hit from a side, 2 different sides right now. Goes down. Actually, they just might die even without this third party.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be able to get this in time. Oh, he's got to hear. He's got it there. Yeah. It's got a seat. Oh, the Thalia's getting hit though, unable to actually pinpoint where they might be. As he then turns tail and then hits it up. Oh, and as we see, it looks like Martin and Emmett or M1 are pushing in.
This is gonna get really ugly. I don't see how Penn survives this. Maybe they can get lucky. Maybe Natalia and Nick just kind of focus north all of a sudden for this third party. But unless they pre-smoke right now, which they have no reason to really, then they're going to be in so much trouble. Using the last of the smokes to retreat over to the east. But wait, there's no shots coming. Are they safe?
Looks like they've been safe for the time being, as no one has spotted them. I guess they're
it's a
just
yike in the kill feed.
Yeah. Oh goodness. As they start to push down south.
Wow. That's impressive. I'm surprised they're alive right now.
Yeah, they're getting taking shots now as they've pushed in a little bit too far. Oh, Roth takes a shot and then gets knocked shortly thereafter as they are now sandwiched in
They're
between
hanging
three
on.
different teams. Yeah.
They're hanging on, but they got away from this cluster on the west side here as Natalia going down, Martin as well, bleeding out, so a trade going on there. And there's still a solo in the middle of all this, but it is going to be Nick who take Gale down.
Oh, yeah, and he's now taking shots from from Alex Penn's Twitter feed. Is now taking shots back at the Oppressors. Oh.
Let's not get too crazy with these.
Glory Gene. Glory Gene just in the middle, just biding his time. Comes out on top of it by finishing off.
I have seen so many solos make plays from that exact shed, whether it be classic Erangel, refurbished Erangel, whatever you want to call it, remastered Erangel. It's such a good spot because there's no real way or reason to push it. But it also lets you just play on foot very easily when you actually are able to like sort of survive just the windfall here.
So we have Chubbawubba and Lubs pushing south, and just to the east of them they have Gears and Roman God.
Yeah, they're still controlling some. There's a lot of trees between these guys, so even if a knock happens, they'll be very surprised if any sort of push comes in. Especially, they're both inside of the zone. The real thing I'm worried about are the teams that are outside of the zone right now, and specifically, we're seeing a lot of that in the southeast and south side.
Speaking of which, on the south side, we have Check Shooter by itself getting Odless.
Nice.
As he rotated down, Thomas was not. Oh, and then Check Shooter pays for his troubles.
Third party.
Thomas wasn't close enough in order to help his teammate, unfortunately.
Styles and Darth are really good at being at the right place at the right time, or the wrong place at the wrong time for other teams. Just snagging up, a free kill here, a free kill there. Just watching all these really, really intelligent spots and being very good at avoiding head-on fights. That's a skill they're bringing with them into Wingman today as they start to approach the plane crash and looking around. On the entire south side of the zone, there's only solos around. There's no one that's going to be trying to actively fight
Speaking
them.
of head-on fights, it looks like Roth.
Oh, yeah.
Company are going to run into Astronaut and Piobula. Oh, and they do.
Oh.
Wow, just not prepared for.
Yeah,
unaware that anyone was even there because they spent so much time around that area before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roth had no idea. He was nowhere near cover, so a nice ambush there from Astro, Nata, and Pibola. As once again, these areas are very, very reasonable to rotate through, to fight through, but there is going to be a few more players on that west side for them to contend with.
CN March is going to be taking out Guzier. And Chubba, what?
Both players.
Both.
Chubba.
I'm not sure if you saw his game the other night, but man, this guy had nade. Were so on point that you would think that he was getting lessons, from a pitcher or quarterback or something like that. That the clips, the highlights of him the other night, it was just every other one was almost Chubba Bubba.
Get NPL'd, idiot. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Northeast edge here is going to be the place to be, honestly. Like the northern side, very, very empty. The zone will slightly favor that here as we go into phase 6. A lot of players on the south side, especially a lot of solos here, can be forced to make their way in pretty much all around the plane crash.
So Orion GG and CN March are both rotating towards each other. And I wonder if they're going to spot it.
This is kind of scary, especially with Jake in the shed.
Yeah.
That's a little free here.
He spotted out. Dark Dreams has spotted Chubbawubba.
Oh, yeah. Good spray from Lobes. What an amazing play. Taz now stuck in a 1v2 versus some very good players. Creeps over, gets one, but Chubba with a trade.
Absolutely. Now, I wonder if he's going to be able to get... Oh, he's not, as Jake decides to step out of the building. And he's going to toss the nade. No, not quite. Not quite.
Jake has no idea how low Chubba is. If he knew he was one shot, he'd be going out super aggro here, but doesn't have that info. He's going to be going for a first aid.
How many nades does this man have?
This is his first fight, but that was his last nade. More smoke's coming out, but no, Chubba not having time for the res. You can't really blame him for that.
Wow.
Jake's putting out a lot of pressure here.
So Tazinator and ends up getting that kill. Now, if we look back on the western front, Glory Jean has drawn the ire of
everyone? Of everyone.
Of everyone.
There's a lot of people here. There's 5 different teams here on this side. Glory Jean does not want to be Glory Jean right now.
But mixed results, and now is going to look to third party this. As you see right there, is able to get the knock on Astronauta. And ow! It
so
just puts on a clinic of how to third party a team in Wingman.
Kill. 8th kill for Mixed Results, and there's more people coming soon. But Mixed Results has they know Glorigen's here. They might overcommit. They will not predict another team being just over this ridge line. That being said, that team, they don't want to leave their trench line. They don't want to leave their cover. So they're just kind of waiting for Mixed Results to make a mistake, and they might not.
And it's our winners from last round. And we know how patient they can be.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. We'll see exactly what happens here. They do get taken down to Mixed Results. They're not going to get third party. This will be a head-on fight if it happens. If the ambush doesn't work, then Mixed Results will be fine going into this fight.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get taken out.
Nice
as
ambush.
he tries to rotate in, and now you gotta wonder. Styles always gets spotted. Xavier
not quite in. Oh, he's in trouble. He's to find a knock right now. Great shots onto the player on the left. Xavier not going to be taken down. Will be brought down by suppression, though. Burke going for a first aid. Xavier holding him off while Styles moving up from tree to tree.
And now they're getting concerned about being third party, being shot from the backside because of how long this interaction has taken.
And
they're able to get it.
Not gonna.
Now with 2 kills, our winners from last game find themselves in a good position.
This is a good spot, yeah.
It is just 4 solos and them as the last teams. Now,
but they're not in a spot to like really take control of this game. Like they can definitely like creep in, they can sort of take their time and move on in. But they, this isn't high ground. They don't have information on what's going on in the rest of the game. As they begin to move out from it and wrap their way into the zone, like they're just kind of hoping that these solos are inactive.
Chubbawubba gets himself some new armor as he takes
what did he leave behind?
a gander in the drop.
A Groza. Okay.
Although I wonder if he's gonna switch it out.
He's thinking about it. He's really thinking about it.
He went back in there, yeah. As I say that, on the south side, we have Tomas getting dangerously close to within the striking distance of Xavier and Burke here. Although he decides to lay down.
Shouldn't be moving too far. Like this is good cover. He's got a ghillie. Like there's a lot of reasons why he shouldn't be taking fights.
He's got a level 3 helmet, right? He's got good stuff. He's got good smokes. Got 2 nades and a Molotov. He's in a good position here.
If anything, it's just a little bit strange how UMBR is playing this. Like obviously, from what we've seen before, like they're a relatively passive team. They're willing to wait for the exact right moment to strike, but right now they don't have any reason to believe in any right moment. They don't have much information at all, which they don't know everyone's a solo, so they're kind of waiting for their duos to make their plays. But the person that is going to make a play is going to be a solo in the form of Chubba retreating.
The only person actually moving is Chubbawubba. He's the only person rotating around this. Although Jake now has decided to leave.
Well, he has to.
his seashell, if you want to call it. He's like a crab that has to change his shell.
What? Wait.
What? No, I'm sorry. What's the? Is it the horseshoe crab? I can't remember what. Oh man.
Oh no, I can't remember
the name of it. I'm sorry.
Oh no! What? It's not an oyster.
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get this out.
We're not getting this.
No.
I mean, snails have shells, but they're not like sea creatures. Whatever. Phase 8. Nothing too crazy here, but all of our solos will have to move ever so closer. None of them are just being allowed to stay stationary.
Yeah, I wonder if Burke heard Chubbawubba move up.
Oh, I doubt it. It's really far. That's really far. There's no way.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think that Burke would be playing closer to the back of the shed if he did try and get a better better hearing here. Like proning is very loud, but it's not that loud. But he might hear him soon because Burke has no real. Well, I mean, Burke is probably going to stay in the shed for a long time, and if he does, then Chubba is almost going to be forced into him.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't. I mean, if you look at the map here, we don't have anyone hardly in it. That's why you see Xavier, crawling in, because he'd be the only one. Now we see Chubbawubba, he is stood up. He's now making his way slowly in.
He's definitely giving that shed respect. He knows that someone could be and is probably in there. So if they hear him, giving your enemies any information is bad. Although Tuomas on the south side, he spots Xavier and instantly takes him down. Burke with an instant reaction trying to take him down. Chubba going to be using all this information as well, but Xavier cannot be healed. He cannot be saved. 1v1v1v1 to end
and he
this
almost
game.
got Burke, and I wonder now if Chubbawubba is going to be able to see him. Oh, not quite.
Oh, he's just under the ridgeline. I'm not sure if it's going to matter. Tuomas with the frag. Oh, but can't quite get there.
Oh, and Thomas takes out our reigning winners. Now it's just a
All right.
1v1 v1v1.
Well, if you thought this game was going to slow down before, then we got 4 solos playing 4 corners here. So technically, Tuomas has the high ground, but he just made a lot of noise. Zoro grounds. You know, he could get a flank there if he wanted to, but that's not going to happen. Everyone's just going to chill out, smoke up, and prone in for the zone. It's going to be up to some snapshots here at the end of the game as we get into it there. But also, important to note, Tuomas, all 3 gear. Chuba, all 3 gears. Zoro with 1 gear and 2 gear, and Jake with 2 gear. So slight advantage up to those level 3 armors.
Yeah, and if I mean, remember I spotted, what was it, Zoro in zone 3 all by himself still managed to make it this far. Good play by him.
Far.
Oh, and that rock, it's just blocking Tomas from Chuba Boba, but he spotted him out.
Oh,
and finishes him.
that was
Impressive.
level 3 armor. That was insane spray.
Yeah. Chuba Bubba.
Chuba actually has some good cover around him as well. Like, he has no reason to think it's like open, but like the ridge line to his left is protecting him from Jake. He can smoke up to these trees. Zoro's cover is arguably better, but he's very close to Jake. That fight's gonna be forced before, I think, Jake versus Chuba.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I mean, he sees the smoke down there. Is he gonna?
Oh, Chuba slow walking over toward Jake. Might be able to spot or hear him soon. Chuba's being incredibly active here in this end game. It's actually kind of giving me anxiety, but it's gonna work out. He gets 2 kills from it, dude. This guy's insane.
And I wonder if Zoro's gonna spot him out. Oh, Zoro does, but
So
not quick
greedy.
enough.
He goes for the loot when he has 3 armor, but he has no grenades. I guess he could have used those. Oh, but his cover is dissipating. He has nothing to work with. But the spray,
he's able to
spray from Zoro doesn't work out.
Oh,
there it is.
But then it does. He just needed to get warmed up a little bit from, playing it cool the whole game.
There you
Dai
go.
Gaming.
Where were they going? Where was Dai? Dai Gaming was in 26th place with 2 points going into this game. They desperately needed that win to get back into this.
By all means, and they, even though it's a 1-kill win, that's 11 points. That
Oh my god, are you
desperately needed.
serious?
Desperately needed.
So is that a 1-kill win?
1-kill win. That the last kill.
Oh
was
my
the one
god.
that because L&D was eliminated very quickly at the beginning of the game, and so, I mean, he did what he had to do. He played it out and he waited, and he got the win. He turned a very early loss with 0 kills potentially. 0 points into goodness gracious.
All right, well, it sounds like you have a call to take, so we're gonna be taking a quick break. When we come back, another angle game, we come in and get you guys soon. We'll see you then.